Hey guys, welcome back. So I know I said the next video would be that's coming up after this. So we are doing a more in-depth review of what we thought of Endgame, because let's face it, once we watch GOT, we're probably not going to be an Endgame kind of mindset. So I just want to start, I want to get it out of the way. Brie Larson, Captain America, one word came to mind every time I saw her on screen, and that is smug. I don't know why no one's told her you can act like a badass without being kind of an asshole about it. But apparently she can't do that. And I've heard people say the Russo brothers are better directors and they worked better with her. But you know what? Shit is still shit. You can't do much with that. Sorry.
It's her one note. It's all she's got. Just like Bella. That's all she's got.
That's kind of a point. But, you know, I will say, I think she had her one moment when she came in, and I guess she gave a distraction to the big battle to get everybody rallied, or not rallied, but kind of deflect the attention. But it still made me laugh when Thanos TKO'd her ass.
But she made up with the headbutt.
Yeah, I still felt she was a little ineffective. She's supposed to be so godlike powerful. It's like,
well, she is an overpowered character, and when they brought her in, she did have the big bang moments.
No, that's what I mean. So that was that one moment.
That's her purpose.
But I will say, every time she was on screen, it kind of took a little something from me. It felt lacking.
How many times you gonna enjoy the same note?
And I do know a lot of SJWs are complaining that she only had 15 minutes of screen time. Well, let me clear this up for you. This was not her movie. This was not about her. This was Iron Man and Cap on their way out. So why would it have more of her? It wouldn't, because it would not make sense. So let's just get that out of the way right now. Do you have any other thoughts on Captain today. Mayhem, as I like to call her?
So on that moment that they forced, where she led...
Oh, we're going to get to that.
I don't know what that was about. Well...
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, outside of being just an SJW moment?
No. There's this thing called A-Force. I didn't know about it. It's all female Avengers.
Oh, yeah. I have heard about that.
So... now I could see it, but before...
Well, even knowing that, in my opinion, that was a stupid moment. Because it felt forced. Mm-hmm. You expect me to believe that in this massive,
they're all
huge
over the
battle,
battlefield.
that they're just,
they way over here, way over there.
Oh, hey, we're right here now.
No.
And I'd like to point out, why does Captain Marvel need this help? Because she's already made it very clear she doesn't need anybody's help. So... I'm a little confused here, other than to, once again, shove it down our throat. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that one.
This is how you could have made it work. You could have had them fighting on their own in their own little groups, and then they look at each other and they have a moment.
Yeah,
and then the little groups become larger groups. And then you give us that A-Force moment, instead of just being like, here, boom, here you go.
It was too obvious what they were doing. The way they did it could have been handled differently, like you said. It could have felt more organic, and it was way too obvious what they were doing with what they did, or how they constructed the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say on that. As far as Black Widow, I am sad to see her go, but I will say we did not get a funeral for her. And I have heard people say something about going to that dude and bartering to get her back. So who knows? Unless she got fed up and was like, you know what? If I'm not getting a movie, I'm out.
She doesn't go for it.
Although I would love to see Scarlet Witch in a movie, because I do love her story. I love her. That she's one of my favorites. She instantly became a favorite of mine. Cleavage and all. All these people complaining about her cleavage. Get out of my face. Have you seen the comic book drawings for Scarlet Witch and her cleavage? That was some cleavage. Okay? Trust me on this. It was barely covering anything.
That was really my only problem with the movie.
Wait, what?
That moment, that forced moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well. I am going to say that the Avengers Assemble moment was epic. That made me get emotional. Like, goosebumps. Like, when they all come in through the little portals, or the sparkly circle thing, and Spider-Man called it. Didn't he call it that? He is adorable, by the way. I love that moment. That is one of the most epic moments ever. And it wasn't that after his shield broke, because like you see him fighting Thanos, and you see that shield break, just like in the comic book, and it's like, oh God, it's coming. And then you see him assemble everybody, and it's like, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm here for it, but I cried the second time. I was into that moment.
I was here for it.
Hawkeye was badass in this one. I'm gonna give props to Jeremy Renner because he's a badass too. Period. I loved him. And you know what? Props to Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. You always surprise me with your performance because every time he comes through with it, he really does. So I love him, and he gave just the right amount through everything in this movie. I feel like Dr. Hulk, that was fun. The
CGI on that was immaculate.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't really know how to process that.
That's somebody's fantasy. Somebody has that. Great, I'm going to make this happen.
And you know what I was thinking? Mm-hmm. This is honestly the first time, and maybe only time, we will ever see so much emotion from Black Widow. We've never seen that much consistent emotion from Black Widow. And I thought that was kind of interesting. So...
Look, there is before Endgame, and there is after Endgame.
Yes. I don't know what to expect on after, but, right now, I'm just in this moment.
I mean, I got so much closure that I would be okay with a whole new Avengers team.
Depending on who it is and who's leading it, yes.
I'm okay with the idea of it. They still
I mean, there's still a lot of movies we have coming, but I don't know how it's going to go from here. So we'll just all have to wait and see. But I do know Spider-Man, I really liked how it kind of had the reverse moment from when you see in Infinity War, you saw Iron Man being emotional over him disappearing, and then you see Spider-Man being emotional over his death. So that reverse moment was a very emotional moment as well. And Thor, Thick Thor, you were the comic relief I think we needed throughout this movie. Seriously, nobody could have pulled that off quite like...
a fat Thor. A fat Thor.
Yes, and Thick Thor was great. Thick Thor was the comic relief that we needed sprinkled throughout this very emotional journey. I will say that my happy ending on this moment, outside of Iron Man dying. Oh. Well, what? You jump in. Jump in with me. Come on.
It was like double dutch. I missed the jump in.
What do you say? What?
Because you were talking storytelling and
You gotta speak up.
Oh,
you know.
I like it.
You know.
So the storytelling. Because they broke it. They gave it to you in pieces. They literally spoon fed you.
Yeah.
And
they did.
They in the end they undid everything they did in the beginning. They broke up in teams, got the stones. Mm-hmm. That's like Thanos got the stones one by one. Yeah. So the question is, did they have to go through all that just to realize we can take the stones out the glove? When did that happen? When did that idea come?
Tony Stark's brain is a mystery, so you don't know when the hell he figured that out.
And how come everyone can touch the Infinity Stones all of a sudden at the end?
No, he's the only one that did. When
they were carrying the glove around.
Oh, God, you thinking about this too much.
I've done nothing but this all day.
Oh, no, remember, it only affects you if you're wearing it.
Okay.
That's what I think the deal is with that.
I'll let that go.
That's why when they had to shut everything down when Hulk was going to put his hand in it. Because remember, Rocket was holding the glove at one point because he was like, okay, who's going to wear this thing? But it's a matter of wearing it.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there.
That's a question. Some logic that my brain saw, but.
Well, you know, it's funny what people are really sticking with this movie. They're picking out really interesting things with this movie. I mean, just wild things that I just wouldn't think to even go that deep with it. But, you know, it's a whole universe. It's a whole world. People
for the most
pick
part,
out.
It made sense.
No, I know. It's just funny what people kind of, you know, are like, oh, okay, this is a weird thing that we didn't think about, or maybe.
Were they mad about the Wi-Fi connection between
Nebula
and Nebula?
No, that made sense.
Okay.
I mean, she
same person, same DNA. Like, they were thinking on this one,
right? So, what other gems do you have for us?
I like the way they brought back Gamora and Loki.
Yes.
I like.
That's going to make things very interesting between Star-Lord and Gamora later.
But wait, I like how, because like, okay, the Gamora. Mm-hmm. We met her, she met Quill, and then they fall in love. So we be getting this soft Gamora. This Gamora, it don't give a damn about a Quill. This is the Gamora that's the baddest chick in the universe.
It's true.
So that's what I'm excited about. And remember, Zoe Saldana, she did Colombiana, so you know she can come through with that.
Well, they got the director back for the third Guardian, so hopefully that one won't suck as bad as the second one did.
And Thor's gonna be in. And it's gonna be Fat Thor. So, yes.
Maybe he'll be back to his old self now that he knows he's worthy again. Because that was his whole thing. He didn't know he was worthy.
I'm so glad he got his closure.
I love that everybody got their closure. I love that everybody got their closure in ways that we couldn't even imagine that they were gonna do. The cameos, everybody coming back. Rene Russo with Thor. I love her in that scene with him, you know, giving Thor his closure and his helping him with his worth and as well. And just
telling him to eat a salad.
Tony and his dad. I loved that. And I really love that Cap got to see Peggy because I think that really reinforced his decision at the end. That, I feel that it did. And, you know, I had one friend ask, well, do you think that he told Bucky that he was going to go back in time? I said, no, I don't think he told him. I think Bucky and him just know each other so well that he just knew. I felt like he just instantly knew. And as far as Iron Man dying, I, of course, cried. I know a lot of people did. But I have to say the way they ended it was so full circle because they started this whole thing with him being I am Iron Man. So for them to end it with I am Iron Man was perfect. Absolutely perfect. But what do you have? You feel the same way? You have notes on that?
I love that, but I've never had a battle of who's going to sacrifice for ourselves for the other person.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye and Black Widow.
I didn't.
I liked how they did that.
Like you cannot be mad at that. If you just went for action, you got action. Like you get.
But that makes sense for their relationship too, because they're always trying.
They always fighting each other.
Protect each other.
Like in Civil War, they fighting each other, but they're not really fighting each other. Like
they're trying to fight each other to keep each other alive. Ironically enough. But I mean, if Black Widow has to go, I don't think there's a better way for her to go because her and Clint got history. And, you know, she's the godmother of his children and, you know, all of that. So it's like, if they had, I mean, this is what I mean. Like, everything just seems so perfectly lined up and just such a good closure on this. And for my closure, it was absolutely Cap. I have been waiting for that since 2011 for their dance. And for them to get a dance and a life together.
She's the only reason I care about it.
Like, every time. Even when Scarlet Witch was messing with his head in that dream, I was like, like, I've been waiting for this, people. And this, and you know what? If there's any man in this world that deserves a happy ending, it's Cap.
I'm just glad he chose
Wasn't
something
he a virgin
himself.
for 100 years?
This is the first time that he did something that was selfish.
Exactly.
That's my favorite part.
And you know, for the people saying about this happy ending, let's be real. Iron Man got his happy ending too because he finally married Pepper and he had a child. He did get a happy ending.
He said he
had the life that he told Cap to go get. So again, full circle.
Complete closure.
People are upset about his closure.
We've never gotten closure from a movie. And most people don't get closure in real life.
I heard somebody say that they're mad about the song that they use, what they're dancing to, because they said it was Bucky and his song. I'm like, excuse me, no, I don't recall this.
Okay.
So I'm just like, time out. Because there's a lot of Cap and Bucky shippers. So I don't get that, but I'm just like, look, I've always been pegging Cap, so I was happy. I heart that. That ending was perfect for me. So, and yes, I cried, and I got no shame about that.
I'm just glad Cap chose Cap.
Yeah, for once. And he deserved it. There's ever a man that deserved a happy ending. And even if it was a sliver in time, alternate reality, I don't care. He got his love of his life. And I've been waiting for that for so long. And I'm just so happy it happened.
What if we're now in an alternate reality?
We could be.
In the movie.
We could be.
Since Cap went back and
maybe
stayed.
That's what they're going to do. See, now we're getting on layers and levels here. And he's done, I guess. But anyway, that's our in-depth review. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, feel free to like and subscribe. And come on back, because the next video will be our GOT reaction of episode 3. Bye, guys.
Yes, that happened.